What's good, y'all? Welcome to an episode of Buzz Boys. I know it's been a minute, but back on the creation grind, and gotta talk about what we all saw transpire last night, in the draft lottery, man. I just want to say, it disgusted me. It was blasphemy, um, and that was just kind of like my immediate thoughts. Now, am I happy ultimately that we didn't fall lower? Yes, because there's a chance that we could have fell as low as seven, and seven, I would have cried. Like I don't know, I would have crashed. Like, so I'm glad we didn't take a huge fall down. Jazz fans, to go from potentially 1 to 5 is tough. So I'm happy to at least be able to remain at 4. Well, go from 3 to 4. But just when I saw the other 3 teams that were involved in the top 4, that's truly what disgusted me. Um, Sorry, y'all, I had to pause real quick. But where was I at? I don't know. I was disgusted by the other top teams. Um, the 76ers, I was immediately disgusted to see them because this team who has already had the process for however long, honestly the first team to blatantly tank to acquire first picks, and they squandered them. Who gives a fuck? We watched them destroy Markel Fultz. We don't even know what they did to him and his jump shot. We watched Ben Simmons become a shell of himself, and they still have Embiid, who was third pick, and MVP type caliber, and now he's injured or whatever the team is, what it is. They go out and get Paul George. It is what it is for them. But ultimately, they've had their power moves. They've had it. Who cares if they squandered it or whatever? Who cares? They don't deserve it. The Mavs, they're the poster child for team mismanagement right now. They damn sure don't deserve it. They've already had their championship runs. They've already had. Why do they deserve it? And then the Spurs. Once again, just like last year, 2 lottery picks. Bro, they already got Wimby, bro. They've already got David Robinson. They've already just had their runs, bro. Like, and then we get fucking fourth. Like, bro, it really is like the NBA does not give a fuck about small market teams. But then it's like, then again, we've watched the Pelicans get the number 1 pick. We've watched I don't know, Hey, man, this shit is all just, at this point, man, it's all bullshit. But like I said, I'd rather take 4, because I do feel like this is a top 4 draft. Cooper Flag, Dylan Harper, Edgecombe, Ace Bailey. After that, you know, um, after that, you got Johnson from Tennessee. I don't know. Like, after that, it's a drop off. So really, it's top 4 in this drop off. Depending on where you have Trey Johnson. But, I'll take 4, and I feel like 4 is the easiest spot to not mess up. At the end of the day, we can assume Cooper and Dylan Harper are going to go. Some people are saying the Spurs are not going to take Dylan because they don't need a point guard. I don't feel like old ass CP3 is going to deter anybody from taking a point guard at this point in his career. We'll see though. But if Dylan Harper is gone, it's come down to Ace Bailey and Edgecombe. Whoever doesn't get picked third, you pick whoever's sitting there at 4. Like, I feel like it's hard for us to mess that up. So that's pretty much what I would be expecting. But ultimately, I would love for us to have got a number 1 pick. Like, but I'm not too mad because I did feel like this was just a top 4 draft. Do we need Dylan Harper? No. So even if we got the number 2 pick, would we have even chosen Dylan Harper? We, might have went a different route. I don't know. So it's like, I'm not really tripping because it's like, outside of Cooper Flag, Dylan Harper, Edgecombe, Bailey, I could live with either 3. So as long as we get one of those 3, either way, okay, they're not Cooper. I'm okay. I'm still okay. Like, the difference between us having 2 and us having 4, or us having 3 or us having 4, it's not much of a, I don't really care. as long as we're top 4, we didn't get Cooper. It is what it is. Like, I'm okay with that. But anyway, keep it short and sweet. It's been a hectic week. Um, but I'm definitely finna get back on the content creation grind, man. As the season ramps up, definitely finna focus more on Panthers content this year as the season ramps up. Cause I feel like we're back. But anyway, I will be doing a separate video about who I think we should draft at 4 and just do a more in-depth look of the prospects that could be there at 4. But anyways, until then, I'll catch y'all, man. Peace.